Hello everyone. Today's exercise which I'm proposing you to do is something which I hope will increase your topspin in your forehand and increase the power and speed of the racket when you execute your forehand. From my experience, most of the beginner and intermediate level players have got a big trouble to feel their arm looking like this, and in the forehand, I mean under the tip of the racket to be under the level of the hand to go downhill, and they tend to look like this when you go in a forehand for a forward motion. The racket is more like the tip of the racket, it's higher than the level of the hand, which means it's no topspin compared to the ball, and the shot looked more flatter, and obviously it's easier to hit the ball out and even in net. So the window of a margin of error is quite small. You cannot create a topspin to bring the ball in. So the exercise which I'm proposing, it's a very simple exercise. You can do it by yourself anywhere, in the garden, garage, wherever, in a living room. Just grab your racket and just simulate that movement and do this arm and forearm rotations very slowly, please, at the beginning, and teach your muscles and tendons and memory, especially memory muscle, that it's okay to be in this position when you're moving your arm forward and upwards towards the ball, forward and upwards towards the ball. So the racket leg, what is called racket leg or racket drop, which will help you with the top spin and racket speed, these muscles will be more comfortable to be in this position. So I propose you to do this. Let's say you can do 3 sets of 20 rotations per day. If you start in the first week, every day 3 times 20, there will be just a couple of minutes a day, but then might improve your forehand from looking like this and looking like this, where you can create much faster racket speed. You can create top spins by racket coming from under level with the ball, with the arm horizontal and on top of the ball so often, and you have that high racket speed or tip of the racket just before you hit the ball. So I want to emphasize this. I would like you to do these exercises, and later on maybe you incorporate a movement like this. It will look more like dancing, and actually this is like a short version of your forehand. If you do it, you just extend, it's making bigger and bigger. Now slowly we get to have our forehand, which is very close to how a real forehand and decent forehand looks like. So you can do maybe for a week just to train your muscles like this, do it slowly and controlled. You don't want to injure yourself by doing the strengthening. There are some very small muscles which are not, and tendons which are not used to feel this tension. Even if it's just, you are talking about 300 grams racket, it's not a lot, but racket weight is not a lot, but because of the length and everything, the swing of the racket, the swing weight could be quite high if you do it fast. So you start like this in the first week, just train your muscles, and then do the same thing and just move your arm slowly forward and backwards and slightly uphill, and keep increasing your motion. And what will happen? You'll have your forehand. I hope my tip will help you to improve your forehand, and actually I will be very happy if you can send me a text, a message on Facebook, or contact me somehow and tell me after a while if my tip helped you. I'll be very happy to know that a simple tip like this, which sometimes is more important than something which looks more complicated, help you to improve your forehand and become more confident when you need to execute that shot, which now will become a weapon instead of being a liability. Good luck, keep training, and see you next time. Bye bye.